Right? I'm eating, and we're doing the first part of the stream unprofessionally because it's the, pre-stream setup.
Yeah.
You can work on your introduction again.
Okay, let's work on the introduction. How should we introduce ourselves? How do we introduce ourselves?
How should you introduce yourself? Thing, right?
Are you going to introduce the show this time? Like a train wreck as always?
I don't think the show is called Trainwreck.
Wow.
I mean,
Might not
then
help
again, you guys do like derailing everything.
Mm.
And that's what we do.
Well, you do struggle to keep us on track.
Yep.
That's our whole campaign, basically.
Yeah.
We jump from one end of the map to the other.
You just felt like it. Like, hey, this is an unknown portal. Jump into it. There's the pre-stream. You have to do an ad break or else.
Die.
No, then it will force it automatically.
It's bullshit.
Kind of is.
Beginning to look cool.
No.
Where are you gonna aim your first fireball at?
Christmas tree.
At the what?
I'm gonna look for one.
Oh my.
Christmas tree in the dark.
Just don't throw it at the damn mind flayer. Please. I'd like to keep my character.
Yeah, let's try to survive first.
Yeah.
And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that concludes the ad break. So now we can do the introduction officially. Hello, everyone. I am your Dungeons and Dragons, and we're playing your DM with Kotlol. Wait, what?
You did it wrong again.
Whatever. Hello, I'm your Dungeon Master Kotlol. This is DnD with your Dungeon Master Kotlol. I am your DM Kotlol. Oh wait, that's too much Kotlols again. Well. Confused Moonraven noises. As we can see, we are joined by a group, and one of them is a confused Moonraven noises, who plays Ozzy. So I'm guessing we're gonna get confused turtle noises.
More like exaggerated total noises.
Uh-huh. Then we're joined by an Emberlyn.
Hello.
We're joined by a Lucas.
Hello there.
And we're joined by a Poppy.
Hello.
So, the music is quiet, isn't it? I wonder what happened last session. Oh, I wonder. That's what the recap is for. So,
Music is quiet. There is no music.
yeah, there is no music. That's purpose, eh? It's
Yeah,
intense.
I know. It's like...
So, quick recap. Last session, the party continued the quest of finding the mysterious arm. And, they did find it as a giant boulder hand. And then had to ask for help from the locals at Illithid's stand. After a little bit of banter between, what you could consider our magical experts, one of them joined you and comes into the arm, and they start examining it. And after some examination, you noticed, hey, the finger is pointing at somewhere. Where you go there, and there's a hole there, except for Poppy.
There was no hole there.
So that was weird. They decided to check out, and when the turtle jumped into the hole, nothing weird happened. Then Poppy tries to walk over the hole and doesn't fall into it. She just
walk into the hole.
She just floated above it. It's like, huh. So the magic is also keeping this not only this place hidden, but also something else. Then Lucas gets a vision of the past. And you try to deduce what's going on, and it's like, something else going on in here. Okay. Eventually you make it back to the arm, you get more information, And then, in good old D&D fashion, you barely understand and decide to do the most logical thing. You blow it up. After blowing it up, the mysterious hovel that was hidden away came back into reality, including its occupant, which is a very, very tall mind flayer.
Very tall white mind flayer, to be exact.
Yeah, no, but I know. That said, hello.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
we have a
Oh
map.
dear lord.
We have a map. We have a map.
Oh.
So.
Am I there?
Oh, relax. You're still in talking mode.
Let me just reposition myself at the back of the group. There we go.
Yeah.
No.
So, you're currently in front of this large mind flayer. They just talked about the fact that that they're gone and such, and just being mysterious, and you don't know what else is going on. So, have fun. What do you do? They haven't. So just so you know, they haven't tried attacking you yet. If they're gonna attack you, what is that initiative?
Oh, that's just initiative and then the dexterity, because that's usually how you resolve a tie.
18.3, 8.13.
Normally, when you have a tie, you take the one with the highest dex. And if that's a tie, yeah, you reroll.
Okay. So anyway, what do you do?
Huh.
I'm just
Look
hiding
at
behind
this
Daryl.
hill.
Yeah, behind Lucas, just like not even daring to move.
So you get closer to the flare as Ozzy.
Yep.
The massive head of the flare looks down at you and just stares at you. And
You look a bit pale, you know? Examines the tentacles.
you may make a medicine check.
Okay. 24.
24.
For God's sake! We're starting
You
already.
know, you don't know exact how a flare's coloration works. I mean, they're kind of octopi, and octopi can change colors, but then again, that doesn't make sense because most mind flares have a more greenish hue.
I thought
This
they were purple. Okay,
or
whatever.
more greenish hue, or I was gonna say purplish hue. This one is just pale, so you can deduce already. There's an abnormality to this one, and the more you look at this, you could think they're in the Underdark. There's no sunlight, but then again, a flare skin doesn't get tanned by sunlight to become purple, so that doesn't make sense. You already know that much. But there is an abnormality to this one, and
Have you not been eating right?
I wasn't even done with your description yet. But
no.
but overall, you can deduce this large, powerful flare has some sort of ailment, perhaps. So you're gonna say, are you eating well?
Can you speak common?
You can just see, passive insight. You can already notice the obvious confusion of your question, considering it already spoke common to you.
That
Like-
wasn't this session. I don't remember shit.
No, it already spoke to you before, so
Okay.
you do know that. I'm gonna let you retcon that.
Okay. Ozzy just waits for a reply.
Oh, you do are going with this. course I can speak common. It is a common language.
Oh, I was waiting for the medicine.
The
Not
you're
even-
eating well.
Oh, did you eat well? I have been unable to eat for several years. I simply existed on specific nourishment.
You must be starving.
Hmm.
Oh lord.
Nourishment is indeed required. Curious. One doesn't just walk to a flare and suggest one should eat.
Well, if you were going to attack us, you would have done it already.
Roll insight.
Okey-dokey. 19.
You can tell that this player is indeed not aggressive at all. Your hunch is correct. There is just something else going on with this player, and why he's being passive towards you despite being possibly starving, that logic escapes you. But at the same time, how can a flare that was technically banished for years, how was it able to sustain itself? That is the real question.
But Ozzy is just not wondering that.
So, anything else?
What are you doing here?
I exist, like all of us.
I think the
Yes,
better question is, what were you doing here?
I was to remain hidden. Hidden from adversaries.
Then you're still successful.
I wouldn't be so sure. My return has already been noticed. Lucas? Remember
Yeah.
that the voices that went quiet? You can really deduce that this player coming back here has caused some sort of chain reaction with the voices in your head. You don't know what exactly yet, but you do know whatever what causing the voices is linked to this one.
All the voices in my head went quiet.
You saying there's You say that? You say that out loud, right?
Yes.
Yes, all of them went silent. A disruption, a hunt, a calling. No response? That's it?
But yeah, you say that you're just existing, but like, come on, yes, we're all existing, but we have some point, some reason we're alive.
That is your question. The reasoning of my existence, the reason I was hidden here, correct?
Yeah, that works.
Alas, I have been not direct with you. It is hard to communicate from a shadowy side realm. Alright. The reason of my existence is the same reason as anyone else to live. But in the direct context of the war, I'm the reason of the uprising within the Illithid.
Oh.
Now, how much do you exactly know? what do you know about the war that is in this section of the Underdark? You have notes, so you have to look at your notes. So, I'll give you a moment to think of what you want to say.
We know the Iflids have got a problem with the Poppy's race. We know that the Iflids were fighting each other as well.
Marion, they were at war.
Indeed. There was a long war between the Chimerians and the Illithid. The Illithid wished to expand above, further into the Underdark, gaining more bodies, gaining more numbers, to eventually overtake the one they called the Mother. They were an obstacle. And
We know about the fallen soldier. Is he a friend of you?
Yes, him. The one who did everything to ensure a different outcome in the war. To only be murdered by one of his own.
What?
What? He was murdered by Marion?
Indeed. One of his own.
Wow.
He was found out about helping an Illithid. Tried to explain things, but alas, it was not to be. He was considered compromised, infected, and thus had to be slain on the spot. He did not fight back. And thus, as he was one of the ancient ones, the magic in his arm set everything else in motion.
But why would he hide you?
As I said, he wanted to find a different way to end the war. There were circumstances changing within the Illithid ranks. The experiments of the Chimerians to find a way to eliminate us in an unsuspecting way caused a different effect. Anyone want to take a guess? Or want to roll something? Says like, what do you want to infer of those words? You can now try to get your aha moment. Absolute silence. Nobody asking, can I roll something?
We're all confused.
Yeah, you're all confused, but this is the moment where you can roll for something. You just have to ask. Does anyone want to roll a history check, a nature check, an arcana check?
Can we roll a history check, I guess?
Okay.
I just have flat zeros on that, so it's just like.
You can still try. Maybe you get a nat 20.
Arcana, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Oh. I accidentally rolled twice. Sorry.
You roll double.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
told you, you
could.
could. I like how I predicted it.
Wow.
It's a 5% chance, so you know.
Lucas, what about you?
I'll roll for Arcana.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
alright.
So, with everyone having their own roles, I can now basically tell you what is going on here. So, Poppy, considering the history you've basically been absorbing throughout the journey, you know the Illithid and the Chimerians were at war, and there were several battlefields. But you also know that in one battlefield, you sort of deduced that within the numbers of the Illithid, they were fighting each other at one point. Don't know why, but considering what was going on, you can deduce that the Chimerians may have found a way for the Illithid to fight each other for some reason. Don't know what. Maybe it's a mind control thing, but you don't have the context needed yet. For Emberlyn, the magic that would be needed for Illithid to turn on each other requires something extraordinary. You would need either 2 Elder Brains or no Elder Brains with 2 candidates to become Elder Brains to fight each other. But considering something is off here, it means that maybe the Chimerians found a way to spawn another Elder Brain to fight until they candidate to start infighting. To what end, you're not sure. I can safely say that, I'm going to give... Moonraven is going to get a freaking bomb in a moment, so we're going to do Lucas. Lucas, you ate the mushroom. You all can already figure it out with your intellect and arcane knowledge. The Chimerians might have made a spore of some sort that infects Illithid. Somehow infected you as well, considering all the context clues. And this spore, is literally a spore that infects other Illithid and does make another hive mind within the Illithid. Moonraven, with that beautiful history of Nat 20, you deduced the same things I already told Lucas, but you're starting to see the series of events clearly in your head. You see the idea of, okay, the Chimerians are fighting the Illithid. The Chimerians are on the defense constantly, but they want to push the Illithid further down. Considering the Illithid are down, they devised a way to send an attack down without going there. How did they figure it out? They used mushrooms, or in fact, the mycelium network, the fungal spores, the little wires that go through the ground. Trying to force a giant mushroom, the mushroom you saw chopped off, to string down into the ground and sprout below to infect the Illithids. This caused probably some sort of mutation in some of them. Might be one of the persons standing right in front of you, and caused infighting within the Illithids. At one point, probably their leader, maybe standing right here, probably came above, snuck by, and was smuggled in, which caused the Chimerian's death, the soldier's death. And then that soldier's wish was to make sure nobody found out who he was, but also to hide this one, but remain in a demi-plane of some sort to keep its influence intact. You don't know that. The rest of the part that's kind of just up to conjecture for you, but this is the history of events you figured out from every context clue you have.
Oh, that's why he looks so ill. Oh, it's the mushrooms. Wow, that would classify as a bioweapon, I guess. Huh.
An unlikely side effect, yes. Alas, that is what was going on. We became our own hive mind, but with another side effect. We saw the cycle of life and death and how our people disrupted it. We couldn't stand by that. We found another way, a way to coexist. And the others did not agree with that. Thus, the unrighteous ones had to be purged. And they've been developing for a return of this mushroom for years. And just when I came back, the signal was strong enough to tell those who were infected that I've returned, but also those who were unaffected also now know, and instantly start preparing their countermeasures.
So essentially, we just re-kickstarted the war.
Yeah.
It was inevitable. I do not blame you. But we have our own countermeasures ready for this. Hopefully, it will be enough. But indeed, the war is starting again, which is why the voices remain silent of those infected. They have cut us off from each other. There is no link. It is currently disrupted.
And that's
So,
a bad thing.
well, I presume if they're, for lack of a better way of phrasing it at this point, if the spore hive mind is cut off, they're going to be a lot easier to track down, pick off, isolate, and separate.
Indeed. I do not know how many are still alive at this point. But now, the uninfected have the upper hand. And when all the infected have been removed, they will start rebuilding their numbers. Start building another Elder Brain. And then start the war anew.
Which, knowing mind flayers, means they'll be coming after us surface dwellers.
Indeed.
Hmm.
So, any other questions?
You mentioned your hive mind found a different way to coexist. How exactly?
Simple. The same way mushrooms coexist with you. The nourishment of rotting. We do not require fresh brains. We do not require any direct substance. We are connected via mycelium network now, an invisible one, via our unique nature. Essentially, most of us are part mushroom, to say in simple terms.
That's kind of creepy.
Considering your mind flayers, it's double creepy.
No more creepy than the mushroom people we ran into a while back.
Yep.
Those are cute.
In the end, I don't need to extract your brains. I don't need to devour them. I can simply take the nourishment of those who perish on the ground and keep my intellect. That is how I coexist now. It might seem morbid, but it is the way of the spore.
At least you're not attacking us because of that.
That same connection is also why I still exist to this day and haven't perished in that demi-plane. Though I am weakened, I'm still able to defend myself.
Random question.
Go ahead.
Do you know who killed the other soldier? The guy that was protecting you?
It shakes his head. No, I do not. I simply knew it was another Chimerian.
But if you see him, would you know him?
Only if I'm in his direct aura, I would know which one it is.
Mm.
I sit down and start just brainstorming, and Carbuncle just hops on my head as I do.
Oh, Poppy, what are you thinking about?
Just thinking, who could be the one who killed the other one? I mean, we haven't seen anyone who wanted to, who showed any kind of hostility to another Chimerian.
Well, if they thought he was infected by a mind flayer,
Yeah.
it does make sense, right?
And we also haven't seen anyone who looks like they regret it or something.
But if they really thought that he was infected, why
Mhm.
would they regret it?
You also
Maybe they
forget the
don't
fact that everyone
don't-
in the Underdark was their mind wipes with that part, so they probably don't even
Yeah,
remember
they
doing
forgot
it.
about him.
They forgot.
Like tadpoles
Oh.
cause real brain rot, you know.
Mm.
Just try to think of who it could have been, because if it could have been someone we already knew, in fact.
Yeah, that's the problem. You wouldn't know because they wouldn't know it
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's a well shit moment. You don't know who the culprit is because the culprit didn't know who he did it. So even if you have met them, they wouldn't have any memories of it. The victim accidentally made the perfect crime.
Oh, wait, does it mean that since you're now here again, does that mean that they do know now?
If they do, they might respond. They might know where I am. They might come in hostility. Or not. I do not know.
Does that mean we're in trouble right now?
The player has no answer to that.
Oh god. Son of a bitch. Sorry.
Yeah.
I felt the sneeze coming and it wasn't coming.
You want to sneeze, but you can't.
Exactly. I hate it.
The flare raises its staff suddenly and then tells you it appears someone is coming.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, more friends.
I do not believe so. I believe this is the welcoming party.
Uh-oh.
Again.
And
Maybe we should hide.
We're in trouble, aren't we?
when you look around you, you notice that there are creatures indeed coming your way, but they're not Chimerians.
Oh no.
A moment, I need to do this correctly. Apparently, I can do it like that. You find yourself a little bit surrounded by, oh, intellect devours and those flying eye things.
Why?
Orange lemons.
It doesn't work. Why the passcode?
Why?
Maybe they'll be friendly.
I do not think so. They're here to attempt to take me out. Seems most of them came out of hiding to even attempt this. I recommend you prepare.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
So, roll initiative.
Oh,
Why is
God.
it all mind flares? With the Murnia army, it was
How do
mind
you-
flares. Now it's mind flares. Ugh.
This is. Lucas, you haven't rolled yet.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Hmm.
Speed tie with Emberlyn. Means you could decide which one of you two goes first. Okay, so hold on, I have to write all these things down for the tracker reasons. Ozzy's, you had a good roll.
My apologies.
You were faster. You were so fast today. It's the tortoise and the hare situation. You're faster than all your party. How do you feel?
Bad.
Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty fast this time. Except that one guy. Fuck that one guy, apparently.
Uh-oh.
No, I missed a number. Why did I miss that number? Ah, that's the one I missed. Okay. Yeah. So, if anything, are you all strapped for battle?
I guess
Yeah.
we don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
At least it's not against that thing.
No, but it does go for. But it does go first.
Oh.
It is faster than you, Aussies.
Damn.
So,
It'd be fun if you kill them all at the same time.
Fireball?
And he fireball.
it will do a mind blast. Let's see. I'm hiding rolls for stat reasons. Oh, that's not a good roll, but luckily the bonus saved it. Yeah, that hits. Let's see the damage. Wow, that was an unlucky roll. Okay. So it's shooting this one to the right, which is. Okay, then. From what you can see, the flare instantly raises his hand and shoots a blast from its mind towards this one over here, and strikes it just. Okay, that's the end of that's the end of its turn. And here comes the problem. A lot of them rolled pretty high, so uh-oh. Yeah, I want to measure. Thank you. Can you close, please? Okay, this one moves closer. This one moves closer. This one moves closer about here. This one moves closer. And this one moves closer. Okay, and now Ozzy, you can go.
Hmm. Casting Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. With +2 AC.
Yep. And I have a 30 feet thingamajiggy. So. Oh.
Done.
Nope.
Okay.
And it's bonking time. I'll go for the flying one first.
Because of this freaking gaze.
11 to hit.
Miss. Okay,
Alrighty then. Well, sucks to suck.
Sorry. That was not enough to hit these. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Poppy, you're up.
Oh, already? Jeez. Okay.
Already.
Yeah, I'm just like I was expecting there to be a little more.
No. The other one's just about slightly lower than you.
Okay.
Like 4 of them rolled an 18.
Jesus Christ.
And then plus their dex modifier, yeah, they're faster than you by barely.
Okay. Okay. Bump, bump, bump. Yeah. Okay. I grab a boomerang and I throw that at this one.
Which one?
The flyer. Oh, that's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss.
It.
Oh
And
no. You have such
Garbage.
good bonuses, but your rolls are not good operating.
I don't know what the hell. Anyway, Carbuncle goes invisible.
Okay. They're invisible.
So, not much I can do here, but yoink.
Getting behind Lucas.
Yes.
Okay. Then I get one point. Inside Devourer's turn. Yeah. I'll move over to here. And Lucas, you get a claw attack.
Oh, why?
She's just as a threat. I don't think an 8 hits.
Nope.
Miss! Okay, that's that turn done. And, let's see, who else was still there? Oh, there's still one more. Never mind. We should move a little bit closer, that's it. Okay, now, Emberlyn, Lucas, you have to decide who goes first.
I will ever be
Okay.
the roguish gentleman that I am. Let the possessed lady
Oh.
go first.
Emberlyn, you're up.
Sure. We check how far my fireball can reach.
Careful, there's an
Can hit
Aussies in
that
the
one.
way.
Oh, I do have 2 charges for Phoenix one. Oh. Okay, maybe I should just do this. At least I'll hit 3 of them.
Okay.
That really doesn't. Oh, thought I would hit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I know you're trying to be tactical, don't worry. You can take a moment to calculate it.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to hit 6, but I'll be able to hit 5 from here.
That is also going to cover 3 of your allies.
No,
It's
it's
fine.
okay. Only you move in a little closer. Yeah, I'll just do it from over here, and then I'll hit these 5.
And yourself.
Yeah. I'm gonna use a Phoenix Fireball.
Ah. So, healing your compatriots, but not yourself. And yourself, but not your enemies.
Does it heal me as well, actually?
If you're in the effect, yes.
Okay, then
Like it,
I am going.
So you can also just go, oh, I'm surrounded. Phoenix Fireball myself.
Okay.
I know it's busted, but that's the fun of
They
it.
need to make a dex saving throw.
I know. Which ones?
Oh.
These 5?
So these 5.
These 5. So not this one. Okay, this one's just barely out of reach.
Yeah.
Okay. How much do I? What's the success?
17.
17. 2 fail, 3 succeed.
All those who fail get half damage.
Yeah. One had a nat 20 of all things. Like, what the fuck? You may now calculate damage.
Yeah, one dice was stuck.
Oh my god. 47 fire damage. That's half for 2. Which is a nice 24. Round it up. You succeeded. And you succeeded. No, you failed. The other 2 have failed. They will take 47 damage complete. Maybe that one failed too. Comes down. Yeah. Okay. You did some nice spread damage, and read how much it heals.
Oh yeah.
I believe half the damage heals your allies.
And then it's divided, right? So 24 and then...
No, everyone just gets 24. Like you're heal nuking as well.
Oh, okay. Everyone.
You get
24.
if you're injured, you may.
Point.
Everyone gets healed 24 except Ozzy, who's out of reach.
Ironic, because I actually do need healing.
God.
Sorry. And I am going to use my bonus action to convert some sorcery points to spell slots.
Go ahead. And I believe that's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay then. Lucas, go ahead. It's your turn. After a lovely golden flame bathed you, you thought you were going to see your life flash before your eyes, but you were nicely healed. What do you do?
Okay. Well, seeing as the one in front of me is still right there.
Yep. That was not dead. Okay.
Blessings of eyesight.
Imagine if you were blind. On the plus side, you can't be flashed anymore. So what do you do, Lucas?
I believe I'm going to attempt a. Well, I'll go for steady aim first, seeing as I'm not moving anyway. I'm going to attempt a burning hands on the one right in front of me.
Okay, go ahead, roll.
You need to make a dexterity save of 17.
Okay. It's a tie, so it basically fails, so you got this.
Okay. Damn you, mouse scroller. Stop it. Right.
9 points of fire damage. You decide to give it a nice hot slap on his brain. A nice, a little sizzle. It takes 9 points of fire damage. Cat, what are you doing? Relax. You good? Good. So, is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, now the last ones are gonna move in. And this one's gonna move about here. Will not attack yet. It is gonna attack it? No, not yet. Okay. And that's the top of the round. No, wait, this one hasn't moved yet. Wait a minute, I forgot one. Okay, top of the round. Time for us a little flare to go again. Let's see, what can it do here? Not yet. It will just perform another mind blast. Okie dokie. Let's see. Do I have everything correct? Yep. Okay. Man, that's how do you roll so low on dice? Oh well. Okay. So it once again uses a mind blast of some sort on the intellect devourer and chips a bit off its health. It looks worse to wear, but it's not dead yet. And that's the end of its turn. Oh, here we go. Oh no. This one moves in. It will claw attack at you. That one. That one. In its burned up dazed state, it tries to slash you, but it fails miserably, and it just falls over and is now prone. Okay. Then we have the next one attacking Ozzius. Ozzius, how much AC do you have?
22.
Oh, good. It has 23 because it did a nat 20. I am sorry, Ozzius. Fucking hell. How is it that he now rolled a nat 20? Oh, I need to grab the direct damage. Thought I had it right here. Yes. Okay, well. You will take... Okay, I have no idea how to say this, but they did the maximum damage.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
You take 18 points of slashing damage.
What the shit?
Ooh.
Maximum crits. I swear, they maximum critted here.
I think Ozzius is the one that should be doing the swearing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Next one. It's the It's the one of the bats. It will do its little thing. Osseous, it is doing an eye beam at you.
Okay.
That misses.
Oh, okay.
It's at close range at a disadvantage, but it did it because you tried to bonk it.
I'll do it again.
This one will remove. Okay. This was also gonna attack. No. That one's gonna attack you as well, Osseous. Right?
Ooh.
Miss. I can assure you he misses with a 9.
Yeah.
Okay, Osseous, you're up.
5th level cure wounds on myself.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Only 23.
23 healed. Yay! Next thing, what do you want to do with your bonus action? Want to give it dirty looks?
Mm. I could cast spiritual weapon.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do damage. It just spawns in.
Yep.
What's your weapon?
Just a hammer.
Give me a moment. I'm making the token appear. Grabbing the first and best hammer you can find. Don't worry, you're gonna get control of it. There you are. Okay, move the hammer.
Yep.
Okay, put it where you want it.
Oh, it's fine there.
Okay.
5th level, so that's 3d8 plus.
Is it? Stop. Hammer time.
Yep.
That it?
Well, it can immediately attack, so
Okay.
bonking this one. 22 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay. Oh. 10 points of force damage.
Okay, you gave it a nice bonk on its squishy brain. Which one is this one? That's one of the undamaged ones, so... You force a nice squishy damage upon it.
And that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, then it's Poppy's turn.
Okay. Well, we're surrounded, so I'm gonna do this one.
Mind Sliver, you
On this one.
Okay. An intellect saving throw. Ironically, for an intellect devourer, its int is not that good. It rolled a 3. Okay. Roll damage.
Okay.
8 points of psychic damage. From the one in front of you. That is this one. Okay. 8 points of psychic damage. And what else do I have to do? And then you have rolled d4. That's all right there. You have to roll d4.
Okay.
Because that means saving throws are down by that much.
Okay, so it's RD4, right?
Good.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
Also, I'm not the only one, though, because Carbuncle's doing the same thing.
Okay, Echo.
Nice.
And which one?
Same one.
Okay. Guess that's a roll again. What is the DC again? 14?
14.
This time it succeeded.
God damn it.
It didn't fall for the same trick twice.
But since it's a mind attack, does that mean that Carbuncle is visible, or does it mean he stays invisible?
Wait. No. That's a fail because it's -2 because of the first mind sliver. Never mind, it's a fail.
Oh!
It hits. I forgot the -2 for a moment. No. Roll damage. And you may put another minus. Okay, another -8. And roll another d4 to lower its saving throws further. So now it's -5 in total. Good old stacking mechanics.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing for this fight.
Oh, you're gonna just keep debuffing them.
Well, if it works, it works.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
It is, but again,
Carbuncle. Yes, he is visible now.
Okay. Oh well.
Okay, now we get 2 turns of enemies. This one is gonna I-beam. On Carbuncle does 21 hits. I believe it does.
On Carbuncle?
Yes.
Pretty sure, yeah. I don't know about how much health Carbuncle has, though.
It takes 7 points of psychic damage. It has about, I believe it has like 15 health.
Okay.
So it's halfway down. Okay, that's the end of that turn. It's this fuckhead's turn. And it's gonna shoot you, Osius. But it misses, so you don't have to worry. With an 8. Okay. Evelyn, Lucas, you're up. Well, Evelyn is up. So, Evelyn, go ahead.
Yeah. Guess another Phoenix Fireball, and this time include odds, yes.
Uh-huh.
This was nice. Hit that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
So that's
1, 2,
6.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one
7.
as well.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Saving through it.
How much to beat?
17.
17. 3 succeed, 4 fail. The rest fail. So 3 succeed, rest fails.
Well, then what? One who succeeds can change his roll to a 6.
You want to do the nat 20?
No, he can just. I'm gonna use my special ability.
Yeah, but the one who had the nat 20. Okay, so 1 goes down. So that is 2 succeed.
For sure.
Yeah. 2 succeed.
Damage time.
$45. So 2 succeed. 45 divided by half is 13. Is 13? No, that's not 13, you dimwit. That is 18. 18. So that's 18 points. So the one succeed again, minus 18. And this one. The rest take full 35. Well, good news. This one burns you to a crisp. That one's dead. One of the faster ones. Then we have this one. But... Okay, the Mind Sliver one is also a toast because they couldn't succeed with that much disadvantage. That one is over there. Is that one over there? Oh, well, this one over there. Never mind. This one's over there. That one dies. That's one of the flyers. Is it? Notice that the flyers are not taking much damage yet. Where did these numbers come from? Oh, right. No, my bad. I know which one this is. It's this one. That one's also dead. Minus 35. That one's alive. That one clinks on. Okay. There you go. Nice clearing out. And the Ausius, you get 80 points of health back.
Yep, already did.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unlimited
You're
power. So, the Lucas, you're up.
Okay. So Lucas this time is just going to shake his hands out and go for another burning hands.
But okay, which we are trying to burning hands this time.
Yeah, let's have some fun. We'll flavour it up a bit with what I can do. Lightning hands.
Okay, but who are you lightning handing? I'm asking for the target.
Okay, I am targeting this one and this one. Come on, click. Those two, as it's a 15-foot gun.
From where you're standing, you might, wait, no. Cone. Yeah, okay, you're fine. And
Yeah,
what, after
I
this
should
is
just
deck saving throw?
Yeah, 17.
This doesn't... Moon! They failed horribly!
Oh.
Oh, good. They can burn them. Or fry. Oh,
27
lightning
burning damage. Okay, let's see. That one...
shocking.
That's a good old double
I don't
kill.
know.
Oh no, that one actually was on that. That one didn't have much damage. Never mind. That was the other my intellect devour. But this flyer, the enemy, that one's toast. So you do your little shocking thing and you can take out another enemy. Don't force the puns.
Fair enough.
Gentlemen,
And that's my turn.
that's your turn. Okay, that's time for the rest. This one moves in and tries to... Can I do it right now? Yeah, they can do that right now. Yeah, okay. It is gonna do Devour Intellect to you,
How?
What do you mean? It did...
Doesn't the target have to have intelligence?
I thought
Anyway,
this was
you have to make an intelligence saving throw, Lucas.
Oh, god damn it.
Wow, you only have a +9 there. Hmm.
They'll be fine. It sees you as the greater target. Yeah, it fails.
No.
I think and deflected.
Yeah, also, I need to roll one more thing though, because it says so right here. No, no. Oh wait, that's something else. No, never mind. That's if you failed, but no, that's if you failed, not I failed. The roll doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, he failed, and that's the end of its turn. And we have this flyer over here. It's gonna I-beam you. $22 hits. You take 8 points of psychic damage.
No. Just got rid of that headache.
Oh, that is all. Okay, top of the round. The flayer's turn, and it's gonna do its flary thing again. Boing! It is. It's shooting at the flare, not flare, the mind intellect next to you. You're gonna be happy with that, because that's a crit. Uh, 32 points of psychic damage to the one to the little guy next to you. Oh, that actually kills it. They've taken away 1 threat from you. That's the end of its turn. Which one of the fast ones are still left? Oh, just that one. Oh, it's this one is the one's next. That was slower. This is the slow one. This one didn't move that one. Doesn't matter. Lost track. Wait, what? One moment. I think my tracker went wrong here. No, I got it. I just wanted to move a bit, but whatever. I'll just skip its turn for now. It was too toasted. Let's go with that. No, the flying in front of you. I was just gonna shoot. It misses. Okay. I'll just go ahead.
Well, my quarterstaff does a 15 hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
$10 points of damage.
Let's see. Okay. You do 10 points of damage. How much is no, you bonk it out of the sky and kill it.
Ah, nice. As my bonus action, move.
Okay.
Oh, that misses.
Yeah, that misses.
And I'll move here.
Okay.
That's my turn. Now I'm going to cry.
Okay. You initiate crying mode. Poppy, you're up.
Okay, well, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm taking this one.
Go ahead. Okay. Let's see if it succeeds. It fails miserably. These rolls are going everywhere today.
I'll just roll a d4 in advance then.
Yeah. So 3 and it takes 11 points of psychic damage. That is this one. It's still alive though, so
Well then, there it comes from Carbuncle.
that is very low damage though, so we'll see. It succeeds, ironically.
God damn it. Oh well.
Even with the debuff, it succeeds.
Ah, dang it. Oh well. At least it did some damage.
Yeah. It went from a 2 to a 19. So yeah, that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, there's still one left. Still, this guy's up. So it's gonna do some slashing damage towards our good old friend Ozzius. It misses. Did an 18. And that's the end of that turn. Emberlyn, you're up.
I will cast a twinned firebolt
Uh-huh.
at the one standing next to Ozzius.
What?
The intellect devour or the flying?
I got this
Both
covered.
of them. Twinned.
Okay.
Um,
Roll
I'm
attack.
gonna roll for damage.
No, you have to roll attack
I'll roll
first.
twice?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
27 hits. 18 hits.
Damn it, there go my targets.
I mean, you got
Okay,
one of
okay.
them. 28 points and 19 points of fire damage. So 28 on the flying one. Yeah, that kills that one. And 19 on that one. It was already pre-damaged anyway, so... no, it clings on. It clings on. It clings on. I'm sorry, it's not dead yet.
Oh, did that end my turn?
Okay. Lucas, you're up.
Fair enough. Starting to run out of spell slots here. Okay, I'm going to target the one right in front of me. Steady aim so I can give myself advantage. I'm just going to essentially reach down, just put my hand on it, and cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay. Go ahead, roll.
See it likes of that. Oh,
Crit. That is a 5 plus 9 and
of course. Okay, it's not going to like that, but I do.
minus 14. It's still standing though.
That's it.
Oh, it's 5 plus crit. Oh, that means that's 5 more. So that's 19. It's still standing though, but it's still good damage. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. And then this guy's gonna... yeah, this one's gonna do the intellect devourer thing again. But this time it's targeting Poppy. It's smart enough to at least target someone else. Poppy, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh dear.
That's a fail.
God damn it.
It was a DC 12. Oops, that was not supposed to happen. You take 12 points of psychic damage. And
Owie.
I have to now roll something. How much intellect do you have?
How much insight? That's a good one. Intelligence, I have 12.
Okay, you're safe.
Okay.
It basically, the side effect is it tries to literally set your intelligence to 0. And that... yes. If you failed, you can also say I just take the damage and then you don't have to do the the failure saving roll. So, or at least it words it like that, but I think it says it fails. But at failure, there's a chance that it will set your intelligence to 0, but it has to roll something for that.
Ah.
But it's-
correct me if I'm wrong, that's really bad.
Oh yeah, you're stunned as well at that point until you at least regain one of your intelligence points. And the worst part is, if it incapacitates you at that point, that's when it tries to do the whole taking your mind over thing. They're now starting to take you seriously. It takes a bit, but hey.
Lovely.
Anyway, that's the end of its turn. Top of the round. The Ascendant is up again. It's still gonna do its little brain blast thing. That hits, I'm not surprised. Almost max damage. On the flyer is dead. That is 35 points of damage. Yeah, that was dead. Ozzius, you're up.
Okay, quarterstaff time. Boop. 11.
Barely misses.
Spiritual weapon.
That
15.
hits. That hits.
19 points of force damage.
19. Taking calculations. Yep, you smashed the brains in. Splatto. You get a nice finisher. Oh, shit. The thing is covered. Is that all? Sorry, end of your turn.
Yep.
I got some good news. Poppy, you're up. All the fast ones are dead technically now.
Alright.
Oh, that means that I should just move there.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Okay. Fail.
Okay. Well, I got another one ready.
Minus 7 points, so go ahead. Not even. You still have to do D3 to even see how far the debuff goes, because at the end of your this turn, that the debuff goes away. So, one more D4, please.
Okay.
Yeah, once you're dumbing it down. Okay. Well, that's another fail. That's another 9 points. It is barely clinging on there. But it's almost down. Emberlyn, you're up. Because I know Poppy's not going to do much anymore.
I'm gonna try to hit it with fire, of course.
Surprising.
Yeah. Go ahead, firebolt it. 18 hits, roll damage. $21. Yeah, that's dead.
Ooh.
The battle is over. Cat. Can't see.
Cat?
Yeah, there's a cat in front of my other screen over here. See? So, the battle subsides. You've taken care of... Careful, kitty. Careful, kitty. You didn't take care of Careful, kitty. Don't worry. Sorry, I was going back to the creepy music. Hello? Can I find my music? I won't look for it. Fuck you. I'm gonna have to find the old-fashioned way. Give me a memento. Where did it disappear to? Was here a moment ago?
I blame the intellect devourers, they've stolen it.
I blame the detective hours as well. Oh, here it is. Found it. What's hidden in here? Here we go. So, you fully repelled the invading force. And then And the flare just sighs in relief. It appears I wasn't the only one who was weakened. They were as well. So, anything you got to say?
That was annoying.
Indeed. It would take a while before another force like that would come here. They were all stragglers, hiding and waiting for commands. Do not know how long they were out there, but even I could tell they were fatigued of some sort. Now then, as you can see, the war is already raging on. I cannot return to the land of the Illithid. If I go there, it will just be conflict after conflict after conflict.
So where will you go?
I'm not sure. The problem remains is, despite those who are, I would say, infected like me, the only thing I can do is wait. Wait till an opportunity arises. If I go to the Chimerians, I would probably be killed on sight.
Can't we do something?
How do you convince a faction that believes if you are compassionate to one that could be considered an ally, but known for taking command, taking control of people's minds? How do you convince them to even consider that?
I don't know.
If the situation was that simple, just say, hey, this one right here is one of the good people. How can they be sure that you're not being fooled or tricked or under the control? Even thinking about the possibility would be allowing your defenses to be lowered. They know all too well that players will use any type of mental weakness to crawl into your mind and take control. Simply the nature of the beast. Yeah, you're in quite a conundrum, aren't you?
Yeah, like
There's a reason why it's like, oh yeah, we'll just tell you they're good guys. How are you going to be sure that you're not under their mind flare's control?
Well, if you can't convince them with words, can you not convince them with your actions?
If it also was that simple. I would think it's a ploy then. A trick. It took combat with one to even convince them that I'm not their enemy by never attacking them. And that woman perished. How many times do I have to repeat this? How many times would I have to fight and defend myself? Put myself at risk to show that I'm an ally?
It's so stupid. It shouldn't be this hard.
and there's a cat over here.
Yep. So, no one has any ideas or answers? She's not trying to think or anything? Any type of roles?
I mean, Lucas doesn't exactly know that much about magic, considering. But maybe I have an artifact that does. I want to pull out the spellbook, sentient spellbook, and ask it, does it know of any magics that can prove somebody's intent beyond the shadow of a doubt?
That would be the spell Detect Good and Evil. I believe that is what's called. Yeah, it's called Detect Good and Evil.
Okay, well, assuming that the spell itself is infallible, there's one way to prove you are what you say you are.
Would you like to look up what Detect Evil and Good is? Right, it's called Detect Evil and Good. Detect Good and Evil. Yeah, protection from evil and good, and to detect evil and good.
But it's still an aberration, I think.
Yes. So you
it
did.
wouldn't really help that much.
No, it would literally say like, "That's an aberration. That's an aberration." So you're like, you did ask the book. You asked the book, how can you show that someone has good and evil intent? Detect evil and good. You didn't say, "Oh, but this is an aberration. How do we do that?" This is why I said look up the spell before.
Well, that spell needs renaming.
Could a deity help with this?
You can get evil fae. That spells to pretty much detect racism, right there.
Well, yeah, Fae are just chaotic. They're good. They're plenty of good Fae.
Yeah, it still means I might want to choke you to death for the hell of it.
Fae are the Fae.
I could ask for a divine intervention. Maybe my god can prove something.
I mean, nobody's going to doubt the word of God.
A divine intervention within the veil is difficult, but it is a possibility. If a divine entity of higher nature can claim I am not one to bring harm to others, and even an ally, that would be very beneficial. After all, players cannot infect the divine, not without major efforts. And if...
What? I'm going to try.
Okay, do you want to do it here or do you want to do it later? Like, do you want to do it here or do you want to do it when you're at...
Well, there's no guarantee it will work, so
Yeah.
if the god can mark it right now, we know we don't have to do any alternatives.
Okay. So you want to do it now. What exactly do you want the divine intervention to be?
A way for us to prove that what he's saying is true?
What the flare is saying is true. Okay. So, you need to roll something.
Yes, and it's a 10% chance it's going to work. Or at least that the DM decides how the intervention is going to go. So it
Yeah.
might just be like, tough luck.
Okay.
And it's a no.
Yeah, so so yeah, you needed to roll very high for that.
Oh no, 10 or less.
Yeah, 10 or less. You need to roll 10 or less, and you rolled 94.
49.
49, yeah. You try to request the Anknecht for guidance and an intervention to prove this flare is not evil. I disconnected.
Your call could not be reached.
Yeah, thank you.
Please try again after a long rest.
Well,
You noticed that you didn't reach your god. Your prayers are going unanswered. The intervention has failed.
Typical.
We can't get a signal in the Underdark. Who would have guessed?
Just FYI, my hand is now
Taken.
exactly.
I believe that is a no from your god.
For now.
Thus, the same problem remains. Even if I would illusion myself as something else, they would know. They would detect it. And it would mean immediate capture or execution. And because you've led me here, you would be at the same risk.
It's fine. We'll just reincarnate as something else.
I like how... That's good optimism. I'll just reincarnate. So, nobody has any ideas? And no one wants to roll anything or get any ideas? This is
I
the
don't know what to go for.
Yeah, it is a hard conundrum. Nobody says this quest was easy.
This is a very difficult one.
Well, politics, they're always hard. Even if...
Then
I gave my best shot.
Yeah, you gave your best shot.
Trolling politics, would that come under deception? Or?
Uh,
That would be
Yeah,
more
deception.
religion. Deception, religion, it depends on what kind of politics we're talking about.
intimidation.
Up to,
could
but
be.
you could intimidate politics. Yes, you can intimidate the manifestation of
Oh.
politics.
Well, do I have to counter roll survival then?
Probably. If it fails, you probably have to roll survival. Because you have to go into the wild for a while.
Thank God I've got a +9 there.
But no, what do you have? So you have no. So you don't have any ideas. You don't want to check if you want to roll anything or get ideas from anything, guys. You can just also just roll for something to get an idea.
Yeah, I don't know what to roll though.
What would be a good roll to see for ideas? Then history? No, not history.
History
I
would.
could see history.
You could check the history of things, like maybe for history you could check for a story where something like this happens, or a certain situation, or something you've heard at a certain situation where it's really hard to prove someone's innocence or that they're a good person just because of who they are.
Yeah, I could probably do one of those because of Lagana, where it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of politics. I mean,
It's a military
that's a no.
capital.
That's a no.
That's for me to
well,
decide.
See if I can think of anything from my own homelands and along those lines.
Yeah.
Why
But
not?
Poppy, you try to think.
No.
Poppy, you think of an idea of how Lagana. Though Lagana may have had similar situations, the resolve of that is very fuzzy to you.
That was
You
mostly my
do-
mom.
And when you more to think about it, you also remember one that was sent to the guillotine, and then like,
No. I don't know, bring
Lucas.
that one up.
Lucas, you try to think of a situation of how someone innocent, despite everything, is It's done itself. And then you remember, wait a minute, that's the situation we're stuck in before. And it took a high political officer to get me to bail me out. And then you learned, oh, I was actually innocent all along, and they knew it, and there's just been a scapegoat. Fuck! This is not the same situation after all.
I thought I remembered yet another situation as well, but they proved it posthumously. That's not gonna work.
No, when I hit him, mine also doesn't work. Darn it.
Evelyn, you have any ideas what you want to roll for? The other one hasn't tried
Well,
anything. If you want to
yeah,
help this
it's-
player.
Good point.
Well, I think Emily is thinking more about how to retrieve the arm. That's that's what we're here for.
That's what you're here for, but
Um,
I mean, that is your goal, but does your goal align with helping this player, or do you have another idea?
Mr. Flair, can you help us with the arm to move it?
That
Yeah,
is a
that's
simple
true.
request. Can easily lift those up
Oh.
with telekinesis.
Oh,
That's actually something I wanted to ask. Yeah. Cool.
huh. Oh, I guess we don't have to destroy it then. Looks at Amberlin.
Looks away.
It might at least keep him backed off. Like, if you're helping that way.
Yeah.
It is those boulders in the distance you pointed at, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Lucas said, Lucas, wish I knew a spell powerful enough to do what we need to done right now.
Lucas,
That reminds me, actually, when is Erica coming?
Well, here's the thing: she probably should be have arrived on the island by now, but she doesn't. But she's not where you are in the Underdark right now.
Oh yeah, that.
You're kind of further out.
Can someone
Lucas,
read Erica, maybe?
Lucas, I've got a question.
Yes.
Do you have disguise kit?
Do I have a disguise kit? Oddly
Mhm.
enough,
I have.
no.
Do we start my
then I
hobo
guess we
outfit?
can't. Mm.
You can see the
I'm a
flare.
hobo
The flare just
I'm-
looks at you, just like
I'm-
I hardly doubt a wig would help convince anyone.
And
I don't think
mean,
it would fit anyway.
The reason I
Not
don't
with
have
that
a disguise kit is because I have the magic spell that does it for me.
Uh,
God damn it,
Oh, well,
cats!
worth a shot.
Jesus!
We can make you invisible. Hmm.
And how long will it take it for them to detect me?
Yes, to be fair, we're gonna need a really big house.
Standard to like 24 hours maximum.
Yeah, but
And a very long beard.
No, well, if there's people that are like that have my abilities that can use detect magic at will, then no, that doesn't really help anything.
they'll fucking find out in no time, especially in a military base.
Exactly. Like I'm pretty sure they'll have one or two people there who have detect magic on at all time.
Fair enough.
But someone said, what about Erica?
Mhm.
No?
Yeah, can someone reach Erica to ask her where she is and if she can find her way here?
I can do that, right?
You can.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Maybe she can help.
Emberlyn has to deal with Erica, so she can.
I do have another way to help, but Emerald would definitely not risk that to help this mind flayer.
And that but if you do that, the flare can help you.
So
you just
I
have
do ask the player-
you do it. Either you have to follow your pride and ask Erica for help, which you probably don't want to. You don't really want to help the flare, but if they have the flare can easily help you.
Well, will the player only help us if we help him? Yes, right?
Well, the thing is, if they help you, they can't go to the Chimerian city or into Chimerian territory without being shot. And they won't do
so we
that.
cannot move.
So you can't. And guess what? There's a Chimerian right next to the boulders, and if they see that, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need Erica's help at this point.
Yeah. I was thinking about the other thing, but
But
I'm
was
not
you?
gonna take 2 points of exhaustion.
Yeah, the other thing is 2 points of exhaustion. You don't want to do that. I know
Yeah.
what the other thing is you wanted to do. Which, yes, you could do that, but it requires cooperation of your party members, and that will give you exhaustion, so you might as well just hope that Erica is in a good mood.
It
Probably
would be fun
not.
though. I really would like to try it at some point, but yeah. Okay. Well, we can just contact Erica with the wish, right? She doesn't need to be here to make it happen.
Yeah, you can do it via sending, and she could just cast wish from a distance. You can just wish for the thing
cool.
to happen. Wish. She doesn't have to be in the vicinity of it. She just has to wish it, and depending on how the DM says it, in this case it's a DMPC, so the DM knows how it works. The wish can literally be brought to you. You can literally, let's say this: if you know where your target is exactly and everything, the wish is then also be able to be targeted. So let's say you know there's an evil king somewhere and you want to use the wish spell to blow him up. There's a high chance that you will succeed.
Okay, so guys, before I contact Erica, what should we wish for exactly?
That's a good thing because wording is very important for wishes.
Hmm.
10 kittens?
My favorite box of
Okay,
kittens. Huh? It would be a hilarious art.
He can't possibly be evil. He's fussing kittens.
Should we wish that the Chimerians perceive him as friendly?
Does that work though?
An ally?
Mm,
Ooh, so you want to wish that the Chimerians will have their might always see them as a friend.
That's dangerous.
Dangerous. That's
yeah, I'm also thinking like, does that not count if Erica's wishes work kind of like genies from Aladdin? If that's even allowed.
you've seen basically the last wish of a Chimerian do something similar to it, but they were aware of it. They were aware that they forgotten it. So would they be aware of someone using a wish to alter their minds? The answer is most likely yes.
Yeah, and again, can Erica, or is she even allowed to do that as a
Yeah.
djinn?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
this is
remember
a-
from
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Aladdin, like genie was not allowed to. You could not make people fall in love with someone. So, does this count as the same thing?
I can already assure you, Emblem knows how wishes work because of her nature. Technically, yes, you can do that, but there's going to be a high cost to that, the kind of thing. But let alone, there's a high chance the person will find out somehow, or has already found out in a way.
So basically, charmed. Basically,
It is not a charm. It wouldn't be seen as charm, but the Chimerians are aware that wishes happen every day, and thus they're aware that they're aware of the alterations because of wishes, because of their nature.
okay. So that wouldn't really work in that case.
Okay,
No.
what
if
should we wish for?
What if we wish for like anyone who comes so close to our what is your name actually?
It's so long since I've use the name. I've had several names.
Well,
The host
pick one.
party's name. Just, I'll just call with blank.
Blank.
They're white, blank.
Blank.
Blanca.
Okay.
I was called the Ascendant at one point, though. That was the last title I went under.
Okay, well, what if we wish for anyone who gets within so many feet of blank to know their intentions? Their true intentions.
Yeah, but that doesn't guarantee that they'll not attack.
How about anyone in the Underdark giving the benefit of the doubt?
But that alters their mind, right? Again.
At least it's not a dangerous thing like, oh, just trust him.
I was more assuming we don't want everyone in the Underdark to know what your intentions are, just in case that ends up with a whole bunch of true mind flayers coming after you.
True.
There might be one other spell.
Go on.
A true polymorph. That it would alter my appearance on a true level. It will have a lingering effect, but at that point, even most of my powers will be suppressed. I cannot cast such a spell, but if you say you have access to a wish spell, that would be the most effective way.
I
So to
guess that makes sense.
polymorph you into a
Yeah.
Chimerian?
Chimerian, whatever. It doesn't matter. A true polymorph would basically be the same as hiding me in a demiplane. But now all my abilities would be locked away. It would simply be that for the duration of the polymorph.
But you wouldn't be able to lift the stones.
No, but it would buy you time to explain the situation and then undo it when everything is said and done.
I mean, we could also just use the wish to move the stones and leave you here.
That's mean.
Cannot
It would
blame.
work.
Do not blame them for being unable to help me. It is a situation that is hard to solve for mortal minds, let alone beings like myself. I'm not requesting you to help me. I'm simply stating the obvious. You would simply wish to help, to bring a better outcome, just like me. But if it's impossible, then simply we cannot find a way. We need time to find another way. So no, they will not be angry if you ditch them. They understand completely that this is an impossible situation because they've been stuck in there for a while. They're very nice. Well, at least very understanding.
Yeah, Emmeline would just run off, but I guess the party will stop me.
Well, they will just be very rude. You can walk away, but the party will be very upset.
Oh no, you can walk away, but we're staying.
Yeah. Just playing the party at that point. It was merely a suggestion, but it is still your wish to decide. It was merely a suggestion to buy time.
Well, we do need to come up with a better wish then.
Yeah, I
Erica's
do not have
supply
my...
isn't exactly. I know it's not limitless, but it's not exactly limited either.
Mhm.
Maybe buying time is probably the best move for the moment.
The polymorph.
Hmm.
It would also be the least risky thing to ask for. A true polymorph is on the same level as a wish spell. Simply wishing for it would not have any cost to it.
So we polymorph you into a Chimerian or whatever. We go back, we explain the situation, then you transform, and then we come back for the stones.
That seems to be your plan. I am fine with that.
I think that's the best option we have.
I wouldn't do Chimerian though, because that might seem
They-
like we're
Yeah,
forcing
they-
them to be an ally.
True.
Yeah, it's probably
I look at Blank. Do you want to be a turtle?
Do you want to be a turtle? Did the
How about a
flare...
goblin?
What race would you like to be?
And don't be racist, please.
The body I inhabit is that of a loxodon.
Huh.
That would be the most likely, but at the same time, it would also be the one standing out the most.
Yeah.
Standing out wouldn't be a bad idea.
I mean, you're in a
You would
party
be-
with a Chimerian, a human, a possessed
No, but also it makes it
person, a
hard for you
turtle.
to hide, so they can't accuse you for, hiding from them after you reveal your intentions.
You'd fit right in by standing right out.
Either way, I trust your opinion on this.
I mean, if we have to enter a building, you wouldn't fit.
Yes, you would.
What? 2.5 meter stuff.
They have to duck, but they can't enter. You get the Gandalf situation.
Okay, sure. So a Luxstone, right?
Indeed. I mean, that's
Okay.
their body, so you want to go for that?
And I standing and say, Erica, are you there?
There,
Minotaur would be cool.
And Erica responds, yes, are you in trouble? You have apparently gone on some sort of quest of some sort. I am on the
Is it
island.
Erica?
You are around, yes?
Yeah. We're at the illicit stand. We got some assignments to do, but we're stuck on one and we kinda need your wish for it.
You require my wish? Interesting. What is it you need?
We have an illicit here called Blank, but he's a friend and he needs to polymorph into a Loxodon.
So you simply need me to wish you a scroll of true polymorph to appear in front of you, correct?
That would work as well. Sure.
Fine. And within a few seconds, poof, in front of you appears a scroll and it drops on the ground.
Oh, thanks. And where are you, by the way?
Currently at the city.
Are you coming to illicit stand?
If the journey ahead isn't too treacherous.
That makes sense. Or otherwise, we have to meet somewhere, then discuss the next assignment. But I'll let me know if you're heading this way.
But Erica has to go through the forest to get here, right? Does she still have to kill all the monsters in there?
If they're new monsters, probably. That's why she's technically by herself. I mean, sure, there's still silver bells with her, but that's still like 2 bodies there. And that's why she's staying in the city right now, because she has to plan around having to deal with Underdark creatures. And knowing her stats, you know she's not. And you know her stats, so you know she's not gonna just walk around there, even if she just has a possible fairy as a companion. She's not stupid.
No, I thought we cleared the forest, but
You have, but there could be new monsters. There could also be, but there's also other wildlife within the Underdark that could be considered too dangerous for her to deal by herself.
okay. I tried again. Erica, you can wait in the city. We'll pick you up there.
That's fine with me. I shall learn more of this culture.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you get free sendings between each other because deal thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
I used the scroll.
You grab the scroll, you read the true polymorph, and you get to decide what form this Illithid will take. And I would like to point out, true polymorph pretty much means you can turn it into any form, even inanimate objects. You can turn living things into inanimate objects and inanimate objects into living things. That's how powerful true polymorph is.
But I do kind of want him to be able to talk, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
it will be smart.
Yeah. We'll stick to the Loxodon. That's fun.
So what the image is a Loxodon. Does it do you also think about so you just say the Loxodon, but how? Because there's things to it. I need to know like what
What are the
age,
choices?
what the body used to be before it became a tadpole. It got tadpoled. Yes? No?
60 years old.
Huh?
Oh. Immature at 60 years old.
Yes.
So and they can be 450. Like 100 years old, I guess.
Okay. But the last thing, do you know which gender? Yeah, you can also just mess with that.
Male is fine.
Okay. So it's a male Loxodon.
Alona would have done something different, for sure.
Okay.
You didn't even ask. It's just like, male Loxodon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Choose
true.
their gender.
I did.
Okay, well let's do.
Graceful.
So I cannot turn that mysterious back to this. So you cast the spell, and the form of the flare turns into a slightly shorter male Loxodon of 100 years old. I don't have a token for that, but we'll just go back to the Underdark section because I don't think we need the hovel map anymore. It has clothes, don't worry. Gesundheit. It has clothes and everything, and looks itself. Huh. I wasn't expecting this.
Well, at least I won't attack you at first sight.
Yes, it will do for the task ahead. Okay. So,
Let's go convince them.
okay. So where do you go first?
Probably a lift stand is probably Oh, actually, wait. We should probably go back to the guy and say that we might have a way to get the rocks, but we'll have to talk to the commander first.
Why do you need to talk to the commander first?
Because he's the guy in charge, and he can just maybe make it a little easier for us to.
That guy's not
explain
the
everything.
commander. That guy's not the commander. That's a researcher.
No, we tell the researcher that we have a way to
Oh,
get the rocks, but we need to talk to the commander before we actually do anything with it. That's what I meant.
Yeah, fair
Otherwise-
enough. I
otherwise
thought you
Yeah,
said we had
otherwise-
to speak to the commander before Black Silver, but first.
No,
Black
first we
Silver,
tell first we tell Silver that that we may have a way, but we need to get permission from the commander first to do it.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
So first we go back to Black Silver.
Exactly.
Black meet blank.
Yeah, color theming. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
No tokens. That's gonna be annoying. Fine. We'll just use that. I'm saying
Because blue Flaro is the other one, and then Starry White is one of the leaders. So there's a lot of colors.
yeah, it's colors are kind of the whole Cavarian thing.
I mean, my real name is Red Kittling, so
Like most of them are just named after colors with an object to it. That's literally most of their naming conventions. The ones who don't are either natural borns or were raised by someone else. So, anyway, you return to the Boulder Hand with your new companion in tow. Of course, you see Black Silver still studying the boulders, doing some measuring and writing in his book. It's like, can't refer it that way. That would take too much energy. No. Do you approach him?
Mhm.
Okay, you approach him. Who approaches him first?
I may as well.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're back from that location, the hovel thing. Did notice some
Yep.
flashes coming from there. Is everything all right? Was there some sort of opposition?
Well, kinda. And we may have a way to move the rocks, but it's a bit complicated.
It's always complicated. That's why we solve problems as researchers.
Yeah, this is really complicated. I think we're gonna need to talk to the commander first to fix this.
Commander of all things.
Uh-huh.
If you wish to use one of our military equipment, I guess that makes sense if you have an idea. I do not recommend a catapult, though. That is kind of dangerous. But it is an interesting theory, launching these balls with a catapult.
That would be silly.
That's fun.
No,
You can still do that.
by the way, he looks at your group and is like, I swear there were less of you last time. You see the looks, just your flare looks and is like, just remaining quiet. It's like, it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe you picked up someone along the way. Maybe the hovel had something to do with that. I don't know. Maybe there was a portal towards the surface that you had to close, and there was oppositions and wars. Or trust me, I have heard stories of such things happening before. That just a portal to the surface happens, and some war-torn country had to take refugee here, and we had to defend them from their invaders once. Never again. The story was very bloody. Almost exposed us to where we were.
Okay, so you're gonna stay here and research?
Well, I would, but would you need my recommendation of some sort, or what does he
No,
do
I
for
don't,
me?
I don't think so. If you want to stay and research, you can do that.
No, that's fine with me. I still need to figure some things out. Mostly what kind of memories are you originally had a gap in? It's really hard to notice what is technically an old new memory. I do feel like my mind's more clear, but at the same time, I don't know what's different. It's really odd. A really odd sensation. By the way, little one, have you noticed anything different in your memories?
Well, I was very little, so I don't remember a lot from here anyway, so not really.
Yes, I guess so. I guess so. You were probably still in the city at that point, and you've never been out here, therefore your memories will not be altered around that.
Not around here anyway.
I guess I'll have to do a few more researches before I return to base. Don't worry, I have a repellent spell of some sort ready for if any problems arise. I am safe here, do not worry.
Okay. You take care.
You know, alright. So you now start heading the journey back home?
Well, back home, back to the Lifford stand.
Okay, let me do it. Okay. You slowly take the road down towards the elephant stand. You notice that all the darkness spots that you're moving around and such, they've stopped moving around as much. Like, it no longer feels like it's alive anymore. But you do know that there's still darkness spots left, but they're not moving or anything going on. It's like, I swear they were moving more the last time. You do notice that.
Oh boy.
Lucas, anything you want to say about that? Because you've been noticing those darknesses moving a lot. Lucas,
Yeah. I got nothing to add.
nothing to add? Okay. So, I guess you all arrive at the Livid stand. I apologize for the token I had to use. I had no better token because when I looked up Luxodon, it doesn't show up, so I just nailed a token now. I don't know why, but I couldn't find a fast one on Roll20. Except 2, but I had to pay for them. Also graffiti on the things. Anyway, you arrive at the Livid stand. Stables for stable income. God. There, you only need to know stable.
What the hell?
So you arrive at the Livid stand. Not much has changed here.
Go to see the commander.
Yeah, you get to see the commander.
Yep.
So you all walk towards the main gate. I mean,
Yes.
there's no alarms going off or anything.
Thank God.
Right, the scout is now poof. So you all head into the base. You talk to the person over there. It's like, Alt, outsiders.
Hi again.
Has there been any development?
Yeah, kind of. We might have an idea, but we're gonna need to talk to the commander about it because it's tricky.
And I see you've also picked up a new compatriot. I was
Yeah,
informed
that-
that one of your compatriots was still on the way. Is this them?
Uh,
They're still coming.
Ah.
that's the tricky part. So yeah.
The Loxodon is just avoiding eye contact at this point because they know they're in a very awkward situation. Just like, I don't see anything wrong. Maybe some traces of some sort of magic on them, but nothing to be alerted by.
Magic? In our party? What?
I can't discern what kind of magic it is, so my may can also be just a healing spell of some sort. Were they injured at one point?
I have been
Yeah, I
healing.
did use.
Very
used to this
exhausted.
fireball.
Yeah.
Exhaustion. I can also sense some healing, some traces of healing on all of you. I'm guessing you might have had some sort of wildlife encounter along the way.
You can't walking brains as wildlife.
Ugh.
We were attacked though, so.
I see. And
Which
Ah.
obviously is not rare here.
no. Attacks in the Underdark can be quite frequent and unfrequent on certain days. It depends on the movement of several things. I'm guessing your new companion is. I'm guessing some sort of. Well, I guess you don't have to explain. It's clear there's nothing wrong here. We're just a little bit concerned about sudden changes.
Hmm. Understandable. But we do have to go and talk to the commander.
He's still in the room, in the back. I
Thank
believe
you.
the last thing he was doing was reading some old reports.
Hmm.
But no.
I wonder how our skeleton is doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
he recently collapsed.
Oh, good.
I know it normally takes a day, but one of the magical stuff, the one in the workshop decided to dispel the skeleton, so it won't become a problem in the future. We apologize for the inconvenience, but you did bring
Makes
it
sense.
like that. Either way, the commander is ready to receive.
Thank you.
I didn't have any emotional attachments with that skeleton anyway.
So y'all head inside your own way.
Also, you do. Oh, there it is.
And then the commander goes, outsiders, you have returned. Do you have something to report?
Yeah. It's kind of tricky.
Well, if those giant boulders are indeed the arm, it could be tricky to move it, yes. So,
Well, that's the thing. We might have some way to do it, but I'm not sure you're gonna like it.
please do not tell me you're going to use the catapults to launch them across the Underdark.
No, but you're still not gonna like it.
You want to use the catapult though?
Ozzy!
I'll use it. Fun.
Hey,
Wait, can we launch me with it?
I was thinking about that actually. Yes, I should do that.
You can see the commander. It is not the first time someone suggested to be a human catapulted across somewhere.
We should do that. Yeah, for sure.
Let's not calculate the fall damage. Let's see if Oz has to roll a new character if he's sure about this.
I am sure
I
about
can-
this. I am
But
sure
no-
about it.
I mean, I can just fly on him. That would be okay.
Yeah, then he
Can
will be
just
okay.
catapult to them, fly around. That would be fun. I'm gonna catapult myself as well.
You can always ask Erica for a scroll of death.
You can see
to
the-
invite her to come watch.
Because you see the commander go like, I am not going to lend you the catapult to launch yourself across the Underdark for a joyride. They are military equipment. So,
But
how many people would... So how many people would it require to move this boulder?
only one.
Points to the Loxodon.
One. And it's a new compatriot of yours. If they have the magic ability, I do not see why you need my permission per se.
well,
Wow.
because well, that's not what he looks like normally.
You can look. You can look closely at him, and then he casts some magic. Not sure. Cast some magic. If anyone wants to, you can either Arcana check it if you want it. If you know what he's casting.
I'm pretty sure I know what he's casting, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna check anyway.
Yeah.
What's my rolls? God damn it!
Lucas, you as well?
Yep.
I think you already know what he's casting.
Detect magic.
Oh no, he's Poppy. He's in there casting some sort of detect types of spell. Aziz, as a cleric, you know that this is you don't know. It's also kind of detect magic. You're not sure in which category, but he's trying to clearly detect something, more like an intent. Emberlyn, Lucas, you know, he's just detect evil and good. He's trying to see what they really are, to see if it's bad or good. And he's like,
Racist.
but here's the thing. He just looks at you, it's like, okay, there doesn't seem to be anything odd about them. Two Polymorph hides that. Two Polymorph has hidden that, so they don't come out as aberration. That's what True Polymorph does. It hides them completely. They're just now a Loxodon to anything magical. They just know it's like they're made magical, but to them it's Loxodon. It's like, okay, there doesn't seem to be anything odd about them, but what do you mean?
You trust magic way too much. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I need some milk beer.
Looks at the others pleadingly because she's not sure how to explain it. So I've been carrying this conversation for the most part.
It seems to be rather gnawing at you, but I'm willing to listen.
Well, we found out
Well,
some things about the history of the war.
The War of the Illithid. Yes, we fought them off. They had something happen that caused an inner conflict within them. We aren't sure what. Perhaps they had an elder brain, so we do not know what happened there. That was still unknown to us. But we figured we would probably not send any scouts and just bolster our defenses as long as they were distracted.
Well, some of them were infected and basically joined your side, which made them attack the other Lithids, which is great, right?
You can. You don't. From all your past videos, you already know that he's like finding that story very hard to believe.
I convinced him, like, I roll for something to make him believe me.
You might have to say something and roll persuasion, but yeah, but by now he's not convinced. Like he's not sure what you mean by that. It's not
Okay.
he's not distrusting of you. He just doesn't believe you right now. Like you're telling a joke.
No, okay, I tell him, I'm serious. We found this out. This has happened.
This is not a joke, and
It's not.
how would you say we've turned them to the other side? Because we have no real memory of that.
okay.
Yeah.
You remember the glowing
Mushrooms.
mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember something. And what was about it? Wait. And he started to think. And he thinks of. And then he thinks. Go ahead.
You presumably made some sort of bioweapon out of these mushrooms that infected the Ithalid,
Yes.
broke them away from their elder brain, and so instead of them being a hive mind, you created almost like a spore mind, if you will.
Yes, I do recall that now. I did recall that before. Yes, I do believe the researchers once requested when I wasn't in commander status to do some sort of infection saying they had an idea to use the natural growth of the mushrooms within the Underdark to spread a spore-like substance that would affect the Illithid and rot their connection away.
Well, that worked.
It did. But why do I recall it now and not... Why do I recall it now, then? Why did I forget that?
Because we broke the wish. Sorry.
You broke the... You see, Fig. So you're saying you broke the magical spell within the arm that made us forget.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So some of us might have started remembering things when we tried to recall that. We were still unaware by it because our memories still feel unaltered at this point. Huh.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, so a lot of people are probably gonna be like, when they try to remember, they're like, hey, wait, I remember now.
Exactly. So we could now recall the name of the person who was killed then. Well, that is fortunate, but that does mean the arm is damaged or even destroyed. I'm not sure.
It's just one part. Just one part.
It's not really my concern if it is destroyed or not. That was never. I'm not angry if you did so. You probably had your reasons that it was for the best to destroy it. But if it's just one part, it doesn't matter. It has to do more with Onyx Black things. But it does mean you were willing to give up your task for some sort of greater outcome.
It
So,
was MP's idea.
so explain to me one thing. You're telling me that this spore infection has worked, and it's instead turned the flares to our side, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Luxon, they're just looking, but they're not saying anything, not daring to speak out of line.
Well,
Because kind of their life depends on it, or
Yeah.
a long fight. Okay.
I mean,
Mhm.
we have a saying up on the surface, which is the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But there's just one thing. How would the spores would have been made to rot the connection, not create a new one? Even I know that if the spores were successful, they would rot the connection away, yet establish a new one. Why would it establish a new one? Was there something else? I feel like it doesn't add up to the outcome for some reason.
Well,
Eh,
they're mushrooms. They don't really listen to anyone, I guess.
The Luxon
we've
decides.
encountered
The Luxon just speaks up. The Elder Brain was killed in an accident. And then you see the commander stand up and looking and said, "Are you telling me the Elder Brain was killed in an accident? How do you..." He's like, "I know, because yes, they are saying what is true. The Elder Brain, in a strange twist of irony, was killed in an accident of a collapsing cave. It destroyed the lair of the Elder Brain. We do not know the source of it, but it weakened the connection between all of the Mind Flayers at that point. Some died. Some sustained themselves and reforging connections. And thus more with potential started showing up. And then you see the commander go looking very curiously, but you know, his hand is at the sword. He's ready to strike if need be. He is tense. So you're telling me this mushroom connection was made out of a necessity for survival within the Mind Flayers that were infected? There's just some quiet there. between the two. It's tense. You can feel the tension in the air.
I mean, we've encountered other other mycelids before that have their own mycelium-based network. It's not out of the realm of possibility for these spore-infected to have created their own, especially if they haven't got the elder brain to compete with.
And the only other competition would be the ones that want to create a new elder brain. And those who says no, just in fact they want to say take the spores, would be an adversary and thus cause inner conflict. He lowers his hand from his sword. A likely story. Do you have any other proof of this than your companion who doesn't appear to be a Flayer, but clearly has knowledge and might be one? Well, do you have any evidence?
I know what I want to say, but I look at the others to say, like, is this the time we'd say it, or?
I message you. What do you want to say?
Like, I want to say that he might not look it, but that he is actually a mind flare. Like, that's. I basically want to drop the bomb, basically. But is this the time to do it? That's basically what I'm looking at everyone else for.
You can also roll all self-insight, as I would call it. Self-insight means you look for in your own mind, in your own opinion, to say what you think is best at that moment as a character, as a DM hint. So bear in mind, I'm telling you, you have the knowledge you need, but this is what your character could think at this moment.
Yeah, probably a smart idea, because I'm... Well, finally I got a good roll, Jesus.
Yeah, they're self-inciting.
There's also the fact that you saw what the glowing mushroom did to me earlier. I was only in contact with a Iflid artifact. So,
but do you want to self-insight?
Servants. Sure.
Ozzy, you don't want to self-insight?
Oh,
damn it! God damn it, Lucas! I just...
Lucas, you try to think of an idea, but you're grasping at straws here. Evelyn, you do know there's some other proof. You sort of have the proof. I mean, there should be a report on that somewhere. Poppy, you know what the player Aeon just said? You know Lucas's player just said? That's what you think is also an idea, because technically he's infected, and technically he can use a living thing, so there's clearly a link there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that and just say like what Lucas said.
Yeah. So pretty much Poppy says, well, our friend here is clearly human and is affected by the mushrooms and can use that Illithid staff. The commander looks very curious and then looks at you, Lucas. I have heard about that from the researchers. Is this true? Look at you. He's looking at you, Lucas. You're being put on the spot. You're being put on the spot.
Yes, yeah, I've got the stuff.
Yes, I can see it's Illithid in nature. So you can wield it. And yes, you. Yeah. You may demonstrate. Do you use it?
Question is on what?
Probably on a wall.
You know what I mean? Considering I don't want to start yet another war down here, yes, the wall.
So, despite not feeling a connection anymore, you're still able to wield the staff. It still recognizes you as a elephant, so to speak. So you fire it at the wall, and the shot goes off and lands and does this whole tently thing, and then dissipates. And the commander's like, he's like, "There's another cast." Again, it's another text, but you don't even have to worry. It's like, I guess what you say is true. So, your friend is clearly not to live it in any way. There's nothing holding back, but he indeed has a fungal infection of some sort that connects to them in some sort of way. And your friend, the other one in the back, the Luxodon, is also infected in a way and does know, or is there something more to it?
Maybe we should drop the bomb.
Yeah, I think this is about the time to drop the bomb. Yeah.
Go ahead. Drop the bomb.
About that, do we drop the polymorph? I think no.
I think
How
you
does
should
that
Don't
probably.
have to do that.
No, let's first say it. Right?
Again,
say
we
what
want
it
to
is.
keep an open mind, and this individual has not done anything hostile to anyone since we found him. In fact, he's been unusually helpful.
So my mind is open. I am listening.
He he actually is a Lifid.
Then an Elifit in a form of a
One of us.
Loxodon.
Oh yeah, you know,
Or
polymorph.
ones.
We didn't want to scare you.
A true polymorph.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
That explains the magical traces. And for an Elifit to do true polymorph would mean giving up all their abilities and powers.
Uh-huh.
In a normal
He's
polymorph,
friendly.
they might be able to snap out of it, or it will be detected. A true one would seal it all away. Thus, you are telling me this Elifit that is infected let themselves be polymorphed into a Loxodon, sealing away their power, and possibly putting their risk, even entering this office, and still, I can tell from all of you, you have no intent to attack.
Uh-huh.
Indeed. Yeah.
Even the Loxodon, though, it's like, it's taking me a moment to process, but even I can tell right here that your words ring true. After all, even if I would fall, there would just be someone else to take my place. This would not be even a very good play. If anything, it would just give us a free Illithid to study on. Could you explain to me how this is connected to your research in the arm? Exactly.
Well,
I think we should just because we did explain from the hovel, right? Or did we not?
He doesn't know about the hovel yet.
Okay, so I think
Well-
that's where we should start and just explain the situation as it is. Just yep. Fast forward to after we explain everything.
So you
'Cause that's
gonna.
gonna take.
So you want to explain that you found the arm, that the arm was pointing at an unknown place, and then there was a hovel hidden away there and everything, and it's all
Yeah,
tied to
exactly.
things. What
Yeah,
part? What parts do you want to leave out?
Probably the part where I was being dragged out against an invisible floor.
And
Yeah.
what else? Anything else?
Well, that's about the only part I want to keep out. Is there anything else anyone else wants to keep out?
I think at this point, full disclosure might actually be in our favor.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're even gonna tell
I've-
that the soldier was murdered by one of his own.
Yeah.
Because they,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
You see the commander sigh. I see. So that is the series of events leading up to the death of the soldier. I may not recall who they are right now exactly, but I do know we can all remember the person that was stationed here long ago. It would take a little bit of research and time, but we can find out who he was. And maybe even find out who the killer was. I can attest, if I would have killed one of my own kind, I would now remember it, but I do not. He Loxodon, you can see from the area that Loxodon is also just fine. Like they don't have a reaction to that. So the story is like. So I will recap the story one more time. You found the arm, was pointing towards this hovel. You had a vision about the hovel, and Loxodon, I was sending that to him. He had a faint connection. I figured it would help. Right. And as everything goes, at this moment, the infected Illithid down below are being hunted and killed. And thus, they would start building up for another Elder Brain, and thus another invasion force. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this one right here is essentially the linchpin of this spore network.
Uh-huh.
You see him just taking a deep breath. We can't mount a full-out assault against the Illithid. Even if they're infighting right now and hunting down each other, the best we can do is try to find any of the infected running around and bring them in. But the moment the Illithid the unaffected will find out, they would use this as an advantage to infiltrate our ranks. Something we cannot afford. Unless there's someone who can point them out. You can see the looks of them just go like, I'm afraid I won't be able to find out who's infected or not because they have cut the connection off completely when I was still in my form. I wouldn't be able to tell either way. That is unfortunate. So, essentially, the soldier did us a favor, but it only bought us time for something we did not buy in time of. A complicated situation for sure. A tragedy. Unavoidable as far as I can see. Everyone did with their morals and their duty. I cannot really blame both the killer, nor you, or anything. It is just a casualty of war.
At least now we know it, and now we can all prepare for it, right? We can at least do something.
There might be more to this. There might be... We now know that the spores had a side effect, and as long as we know this is possible, we might be able to develop a new strain now that we have possibly the same research again. And we might be able to develop it within a few months. It might not win us the war, but it might start a new uprising, which this time we could take an advantage of, now that we know the effects of. It's not much, but it will be able to drive the Illithid out even further, and maybe the new infected will be joining us in the ranks. It is a risky play, but we're going to have to consider that. In the meantime, I'm still thinking. I'm going to need to ask the War Master for some things. But it's definitely a good sign that the Illithid can now be driven off in a different way. They've probably been preparing for years for a certain outcome as well. He's just looking away and thought for a few seconds. Tell me, do you think there's a way to infect a possible developing Elder Brain? He's actually looking at the Loxodon, and Loxodon looks back, so it's like, considering I was a candidate at one point, it would be possible. but they will probably find out within no time. The window of opportunity would literally be before it can take shape into one. A very small window of opportunity of at least a minute. If you pull that off, the new Elder Brain will be not only infected, but might be able to be reasoned into infecting those who are tied to it, even the uninfected, to do its bidding. It would essentially mean all the Illithid that will be linked to it will be instantly having to get themselves infected.
Damn.
It's like
A lot of pressure.
a minute window,
Well,
and even then, the chances are slim that they will behave. Even all the infected might, the new Elder might still think that it might want to infect others. Correct? Then I cannot tell. Every Elder Brain is different in their reactions after all. Shit. Even if we take that small window of opportunity, we are risking an Elder Brain. And that risk is high.
it seems to me the bigger risk is to do nothing. Let a new Elder Brain and the oldest lids be re-established. At which point, as you've said, you don't have the numbers to fight them, and they're also taking out those that could potentially be your allies.
Indeed, the numbers will be lower, but with an Elder Brain that will be re-coordinated, they would start building up their numbers in masses very fast. Finding victims within the Underdark, or even luring those into the Underdark again. Or even those that found other ways to the surface would just be linked to that Elder Brain again and have to share their knowledge. It would just cause mayhem.
I mean, it's a risk of both sides, but it seems like you need this alliance.
See, indeed. As I said, I would have to talk with the War Master, but we do need to act quickly. Either way, you wish to use the Illithid's telekinetic possibilities to raise the boulders and bring it to the city, but also have the assurance that they do not get attacked.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't know. You guys don't have pigeons, so I'm not sure how you guys get messages across. So
We just use sending. I can make a sending towards the War Master and, in a few words, explain things, but it will take a moment.
if you
Okay,
could,
might-
please.
Okay. He starts casting a spell, and yes, it's sending. You can pretty much see his expression go from stern to slightly annoyed to hopeful to okay. It's clearly a conversation where they're just doing sending towards each other. And then he looks at you. All right, the War Master will inform every soldier about this. There is one, and I repeat, one major caveat.
Oh dear.
The Illithid must be wearing a mark to be recognized.
Okay, and what does that mean?
In this case, it is a specific mark of not our people, but an artifact, a magical item. We call them marks because they help us mark locations, mark where our spells have to go. Consider this. If you have something as a bait, you put a mark on it. If the bait gets eaten, the mark gets eaten. Therefore, our spells can easily land on where the mark is.
Ah, okay.
And you can see Loxodon go, so essentially you're saying that I will be an easy target. It's like, exactly. If someone believes you're out of line, they have to detect it first. If you are, you'll be easily dealt with. I don't know how powerful you are, but do know no one will suddenly attack you. They will be just on high alert at all times. If someone suddenly attacks you without authorization, they will be punished and you will be healed on the spot. They're not allowed to use any spell of any sort to disintegrate your body. If they do this, well, they'll be considered a traitor.
Damn. Jeez.
Makes sense.
After all, your survival now means we have a possibility to end the Illithid War once and for all, even if the chance is slim. But we cannot be 100% sure that you could be compromised yourself, thus the need of the mark. Do you understand this? Luxida just slowly nods. There is no other way. For the sake of those who are still alive as the infected, for those who are willing to give their life for a new chance of existence, a cohesion with life and death, I don't see why not. Alright. You have to go to the workshop and ask for a mark. That's all. Wear the mark, and you'll be granted safe passage.
Thank you.
Can the mark be removed in the future?
That is the decision of the War Master, not mine.
Okay, so it's possible.
It is possible. But for now, considering all the information we now have, we are currently in high alert. We do not know when the Illithid might try to strike when we are confused. They may not strike for months, even years. But at this point, we're just on high alert because now we have all the information we need about the Illithid situation. Alright then. The research in the workshop can probably undo the spell of a true polymorph and put the mark on them.
Alright.
Dismissed.
Thank you.
Bows politely and heads off.
Okay, as you leave the room, the guard at the door is indeed looking very tensive at you, like he just got a message like, sure.
Wave.
Sorry.
He's just unsure of how to answer right now. You kind of have this feeling you're public enemy number one, but at the same time you're not. It's really weird.
It's just awkward.
It's really awkward.
Okay, so just beeline to the workshop again.
Yeah. You do get a few weird looks from any passerbys or people. You haven't even fully explored the area, but that's only if you guys wanted to do... I want to check every door for some reason, or I want to have something to eat. That's why I put those areas there, but it's still blackened because you don't go down there.
I mean, we didn't really have a reason to get there.
Yeah. Okay, this guy's actually gone, so we can just remove him. Because he's actually at the arm. He's also probably informed. So,
Probably.
So you all enter the workshop like you always do. I don't know where you understand. I'll leave Mr. Flair over there.
Hey, you forgot
back
someone.
to ye old workshopy.
You forgot someone.
Who?
Fluff.
Yeah, well,
Fluff.
Yeah, exactly.
they weren't in the battle because you let them rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This
that's
is my backpack again.
okay. I'll let you have the yield workshop. All right, you're informed about this, and you see this guy sprinting up. Is like, okay, show me the Luxodon. Where are they? Oh, they're in the back there. Sorry, I was a little bit enthusiastic, and can't I just turn this thing? Hello? Can I turn this? No, I can't. The button is there. Like, there we go. Like, okay. to hear about a research I was lost and now remembering things that I worked on. Ooh, I can't even imagine what Black Silver is thinking of. The spore idea actually worked. In ways we didn't expect. You know what kind of breakthroughs we've just made? Awkward silence from everyone.
Yeah, like,
Or
We're... I do miss him a little bit. Oh well. So, you need a mark and you need me to undo the true polymorph. Undoing a true polymorph is rather difficult. If you don't know how. It's not like a dispel. A true polymorph sticks with you for as long as someone else casts another polymorph over it, a true polymorph over it. That's why it's a true polymorph. But we have ways. We have ways. That does it. And he holds out a little watch. Pocket watch is that, and he opens it. And inside you only see gears and magical stones. Behold! How would you say without sounding insane? What is called a return to forminator. This thing refers something to a previous state, such as polymorphs. It is very useful against combatants that love to use polymorph in their ways of defeating you. But of course, we also need the mark. Assistant, can you grab the mark real quick? It's like, he looks at you, it's like, you didn't grab it? It's like, look, I had to dig through some research notes in the last 5 minutes to find what we lost, okay? It's like, you were supposed to. I have one of the two things, don't I? Mostly, there's 2 of us working. I have to work double here. It's like, he goes in the back and goes looking for it. Mark, here it is. And it returns. He holds out a little amulet. Okay, here's the mark. They step forward. So step forward, takes the amulet. And do I need to wear it in a visible area? It's like, no. You can just wear it in your pocket or anything. Just make sure it's on your person. That's the only reason we need it. Anyone can detect a mark. Any military person can detect a mark. It's like, fine. Puts it in one of the pouches it carries. It's like, okay then. Maybe I should revert. Okay, ready to revert? Anyone have any objections, considering the area you're in? Considering how big they are normally?
Maybe we should do this outside?
Probably a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, I do believe my form is larger than this. It's like, right. I didn't expect it to be larger than a Loxodon. That's a very big rarity. And he looks and goes like, I had the potential to be an Elder Brain, which is even larger. It's like, right. Big player means possible Elder Brain, the candidate. Got it. All right then. Outside. And he heads outside.
Would've been
Come
fun.
on. And it's like, so, outside. He's like, all right, everything is set. Are we ready? Are no one going to accidentally shoot anyone? And he says, do not shoot if you see the giant flare. It is an order from the commander, okay? You see a few soldiers looking, but they're like, okay. And the watch starts glowing, and three beams fire from the crystals towards the Loxodon, and then the form slowly gets dispelled, and they turn into their whole mind flary self. Bloop. It's like, ooh, now that is a sight. About the same mass of a Loxodon, but way larger. Okay then. My job here is done. I would love to study you further, but I have my orders not to. Because I should not hold you for some reason. Oh well. And he heads back into his workshop.
True, we have an arm to fetch.
Yes, that was part of our. Yes, that was part of our deal. I have one curious question. Why was my body male?
I assume to gender.
It was the factory default gender.
Technically not true.
Well, in this case, it was.
Yes,
Are you
Flair.
female then?
Indeed, the host was female.
What do you identify as?
Elder brain.
Them, I would assume.
Just
Now, be nice to your elders.
No.
For God's sake.
female, or whatever is fine. I can understand it's hard to recognize such things. After all, the locket that he carries shows the closest thing to my form, which is why they were female. They were female the whole time.
Fair enough.
But you don't see that because flares don't really have, male and female differences. It's really hard to tell.
All
I
of
know
them
you
have no balls. Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh,
they-
for the love of...
Oh, they don't.
So, you're all ready to go. You're all ready to go to leave if it's time to go to the arm?
Yep.
So we fast forward to at least that. As you leave, the guards are still a bit tense and
edge.
keeping an edge. Yeah, and this is gonna be the norm for the time being. Except maybe the two crazy researchers who show more enthusiasm than concern. To be fair, they haven't shown concern yet. You might think they might have a lack of concern.
Yeah, which is concerning.
So
Maybe they're just open-minded.
So you head towards the arm and you see, sitting in front of the arm, you see Black Silver drinking some tea.
Hello again.
Ah, you've arrived. I was enjoying a fresh cup of tea. I was informed of everything, and I can see from the sights of that beautiful specimen of results.
What? Excuse me? Jesus Christ.
The mind flare, for some reason, if you look at the mind flare from past insight, they're kind of blushing, it's like, it's really weird. You think they're more embarrassed by that statement, if anything. It's like, oh, sorry. Yeah, you can take I have de-equipped every arm pieces. I'm ready to move. I was simply taking a small break and awaiting your arrival. You can take the arm with you.
Okay, thank you.
There is one small thing, though, that I discovered.
Yes.
It has to do with the fact that I was able to recall some things. I guess I know something about the night of the possible death of our compatriots.
You know who he was?
No, I have no idea who he was, I'm afraid. Not that good with knowing everyone's name. But I do know that one night I was looking for inspiration from observing the cut mushroom, wishing how to take another better specimen, and I noticed that one of our soldiers may have been engaged with an illithid, and I decided to warn one of the guards, and they went to go check. I do not know if the guard is still stationed here. I need to recall which one it was. But I did notice that, and I believe that might be the series of events that led to it.
Oh.
This lady doesn't look angry, and that's like, so you probably saw us from a distance. Indeed. I just did my job saying like, hey, guard, I believe one of our soldiers that are scouting out there is engaged in combat with Flare and needs backup.
That makes
Eh.
sense, I guess.
Yeah, it's a shame it happened, but how was I supposed to know?
That's a problem, huh?
Yeah. What happens if I didn't warn them? Maybe that you would be around and we would be studying you and already found how to help your people. But alas, it isn't meant to be. You may roll inside what his thoughts on that are. It will be your last roll of the evening, by the way.
Ah,
There go my rolls again.
Moon! Moon, for some odd reason, you think this guy wants to
Think?
date the. Yeah, you think this guy wants to date the Flayer.
Oh my god, I'm shipping both of you.
oh god.
That's funny, that one. It's the funny for that. Poppy, you look at this, you see this tone of voice, you're like, he feels remorse for something, but you aren't sure what. Lucas, he's feeling remorse at the fact that he didn't get to study this guy. Emberlyn, his full remorse is the fact that he couldn't develop this plan further and get more research. And be maybe the hero researcher that saved everyone from the Illithid Wars. What an egomaniac!
Right.
It's a good thing it's on the right side.
Yeah, good thing.
But yeah, that's what you think. He gets up. All right. One moment. Makes a portal, puts his tea in, closes the portal. I have to return to base camp. I do not require any help. I have a device to push all kinds of nasty little things away. Unless it's a flare, but let's be real, now that we know that there's a war going on, I'm probably safe. See you, and I wish you good luck.
Bye.
Bye. And he heads off. God. And it's like, alright. Alright. Here are the boulders. Shouldn't be too hard. The remains of an old ally. It only seems right that I would take the last part back to his final resting place. Puts staff up. Puts her staff up. Finger to her mind. And the boulders slowly start floating up with ease. And then they float up. They're boulders all big as you, but you know, some of the boulders are just big as the flare itself, so yeah, it's not that hard. It's like a little bit exertion. I am still a bit exhausted, but it's doable.
Will you be okay?
I might need a long rest after this. That is all.
That's okay.
We all do.
Yeah. You all
Yeah.
from you don't need after with all the you can look at this and even you know it's like this is very powerful magical potential. But considering the fact how powerful this player is by itself, is indeed very scary. But at the same time, they're exerting a lot of power. You would think they're at least burning 6 level 8 spell slots to do this.
Gross. Well then,
That is your measurement, but even you're not sure that's the actual measurement. And this is on them in an exhausted state. That just shows how scary an actual Elder Brain can be. So, with that said, we still have to do the journey back. So we'll do that next time. We're gonna call it here.
Yeah.
And do you have any last words to say or anything?
I did not expect this to go as well.
Well, 4 more assignments to go. This was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god, you're like, wait, this was just finding the arm assignment? What is on the other assignments?
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Alrighty then.
Oh no.
This is Kotlol signing off with Dungeons and Dragons with DM Kotlol. It is also goodbye from Poppy.
Bye.
It is goodbye from Lucas.
Farewell.
It is goodbye from Emberlyn.
Bye, everyone.
And it's goodbye from Ozius.
Brains?
Brains. Alright. Stay charged and catch you all later. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.